Good evening. Here are the top medical and healthcare stories for Monday, March 9, 2026 for you. Segment 1, The AI Revolution in Diagnostics. The big story, a groundbreaking study published today in the European Heart Journal reveals that artificial intelligence can now predict the risk of serious heart disease using standard mammograms. Why it matters: heart disease is the leading killer of women globally but is frequently underdiagnosed. Researchers led by Emory University found that AI can quantify calcium buildup in breast arteries, a major red flag for future heart attacks and strokes, without requiring any additional scans. Clinical impact: this turns a routine cancer screening into a dual-purpose health check, potentially saving thousands of lives by catching cardiovascular issues years before a major event. Segment 2, Obesity and Diabetes Breakthroughs. New drug data: Regeneron and Hansoh Pharmaceutical just released positive phase 3 results for olatorepatide, a novel dual GLP-1/GIP receptor agonist. The results: in a 48-week trial, patients saw a statistically significant reduction in body weight compared to placebo, with a high percentage of participants losing at least 5% of their total weight. Convenience factor: keep an eye on orforglipron, a new obesity pill on track for potential US approval this month. Unlike current options, it doesn't require specific timing with food, making it a major contender in the weight loss market. Weekly insulin: Novo Nordisk's Sawikly, a once-weekly basal insulin, is also nearing an FDA decision this year, promising to reduce the injection burden from daily to weekly for people with diabetes. Segment 3, FDA Approvals and Policy Shifts. Blood cancer milestone: the FDA has granted full approval to the combination of Tecvayli and Darzalex Faspro for adults with relapsed multiple myeloma. This combo reduced the risk of disease progression or death by a staggering 83% compared to the current standard of care. Generic relief: in a win for affordable care, the first generic fluticasone propionate inhaler, generic Flovent HFA, is hitting the US market this month, aimed at lowering costs for millions of asthma patients. Regulatory news: in a major move to lower drug costs, the FDA is expected to release draft guidance today that eases testing requirements for biosimilar drugs. This could cut development costs by roughly $20 million per drug, speeding up the arrival of cheaper alternatives to brand-name treatments. Segment 4, Rare Disease and Specialized Medicine. Lupus Hope: Johnson & Johnson's nipocalimab just received FDA Fast Track designation for systemic lupus erythematosus, SLE. It's the first FcRn blocker to show positive phase 2 results for active SLE, specifically targeting the antibodies that drive the disease. Pediatric breakthrough: the FDA recently gave accelerated approval to Uvewell, the first once-weekly treatment for children with achondroplasia, the most common form of dwarfism. Dietary science: a new study from the University of Queensland suggests that dietary fat ratios, lower PUFA to MUFA, can directly strengthen the resilience and survival of T cells, which are critical for fighting infections and cancer. Segment 5, Quickfire Headlines and Future Trends. Alzheimer's update: recent phase 3 trials showed that while GLP-1 drugs are miracle drugs for weight loss, they failed to slow the progression of early-stage Alzheimer's. Researchers are now looking at combination therapies as the only way forward. Oral health shift: the World Health Organization is calling for a global shift toward environmentally friendly and less invasive dental care, specifically moving away from mercury-based materials. Stroke tech: the global rollout of neurovascular stent retrievers is accelerating. These micro-sized catheters can physically remove blood clots from the brain within hours of a stroke, significantly improving recovery rate. Quick hits / around the world. Dry eye disease and Vit D. In a study involving about 12 million adults, those with a deficiency of vitamin D had a 28.6% higher risk of developing dry eye disease than those with adequate levels of the nutrient. Medscape. You're moody. A lack of movement hurts more than just your physical health. It can also increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Get your blood pumping on the regular. Cardio exercises like walking, biking, swimming, or running will boost and steady your mood, and even improve your self-esteem. WebMD. Air freshener. Not only do most air fresheners have chemicals such as formaldehyde, petroleum distillates, p-dichlorobenzene, and aerosol propellants, they can also catch fire. Never use one around an open flame. Baking soda is a natural, non-toxic alternative to air freshener sprays. WebMD. Outro and CTA. Which of these breakthroughs do you think will have the biggest impact? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of science. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Disclaimer: this video info has been compiled for informational purposes only. The information must be verified before use, and the creator, publisher, and YouTube will not be liable for any negative consequences.